One of the biggest myths and misconceptions being talked about in the manifesting and reality creation communities is this idea that in order to manifest and create everything that you want and desire, in order to manifest and create your dream life, it takes time and techniques. And this is really where I want to start. That nothing takes time and nothing takes techniques. Time and techniques don't create. You do. Nothing takes time, it takes your awareness. Nothing takes techniques, it takes your awareness. Your awareness of what? Of already being that which you desire to be. Knowing yourself as the one source, cause and creator of everything that you want and desire. Knowing that you are already everything that you want and desire. We've talked about this idea in many ways, but I want to start here. What is time? Remember, time's an idea. It's an experience. It's a tool for you to know yourself as all that is. Know yourself as this simultaneous, infinite being that is all potential versions of you and all potential realities. All at once. Everything, everywhere, everyone, all at once. So what is time? Time is simply change, or the space that you put between those frames of versions of you or frames of experiences. Nothing takes time. It takes awareness. Nothing takes techniques. Techniques are just mere permission slips. Permission for what? Permission given to you to decide and choose to be that which you desire to be. They're just concessions that we make, that we believe we need to make to be that which we desire to be, or conditions that need to be met. But neither time nor techniques create anything. Only you do. Only your own self-contemplation, your awareness of who you are and what your reality is creates it all. I want to remind you, you're manifesting and shifting and creating realities and versions of you, I am, in every moment. It's natural. It's innate. It's law. It's nothing you have to learn to do. You're doing it in every moment. You are reality experiencing itself. Manifesting is self-contemplation. Time is just an idea. Techniques is just a permission slip. You get to contemplate yourself in any way that you desire in every moment. You experiencing, knowing, and being aware and conscious of yourself from infinite perspectives or viewpoints or vantage points. You are only ever experiencing the contents of your very own consciousness. And that consciousness is one consciousness. It's one awareness. I am. And you experience that one consciousness, that one awareness, through your own personalized, individualized, localized lens or filter. Your own beliefs, assumptions, and definitions. That's what we mean by the contents of your own consciousness. There's only one consciousness, only one awareness, only one existence. You're the center of it. But you create that your own personalized, individualized, localized experience of that non-local, holographic, impersonal, creative power that you are. You're not perceiving a reality out there. Hear this. Your perceiving is your reality. You're perceiving, you're looking, and perceiving is reality itself. You are perceiving and looking as the reality that you believe and assume is outside of you. Wow. There you are as that one awareness, as that one consciousness, only one I am. And you are it. You are existence, knowing, experiencing, and being aware and conscious of itself. that one self-existing source or cause or creator or substance of all that is. And you frame a certain experience. There you are as the superimposed version of you and your reality. All possible experiences, infinite potential versions of you, infinite potential frames of experiences. You are that right now, having a certain focused, individualized, localized perspective. But you're never less than all that is and all that you are. You're always that superimposed version. So what's happening? Creation's finished. You're already all of it. But creation is finished means it all exists here and now in potential. You are just pure potential, experiencing yourself from infinite vantage points and viewpoints and perspectives. You're never less than this infinite potential in every moment. So you're filtering out 99.99999% of all that is and all that you are in every moment. So you can experience yourself as this infinite consciousness, this infinite awareness. That's the mechanism, the physical mechanism through which you create your physical experience. But nothing's missing. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean something doesn't exist. It doesn't mean there are signs to look for. You're it. You're the sign. You create it all. It's not about time and techniques. It's about your story. Your story of who you are determines what you perceive, determines that 0.0001%. There you are. You're always in the vertical. And notice here, even though you have a physical experience that seems solid and slow to move, it's always changing. In every moment, that 0.0001% is different. The idea of who you were, the past frame, and the future frame of who you will be, and the current frame is always changing in every moment. This is what we mean. It's natural. It's innate. You're manifesting and creating and shifting in every moment of now. That 0.00001% is never the same. It's your perception of yourself. It's your story of who you are and what your reality is creates your reality. Wow. It doesn't mean anything's missing. It's simply unseen, but unseen doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You don't have to look for validation or signs. You are the sign. You are the validation. You are the proof. Wow. Remember, you're not perceiving or looking at a reality out there. Rather, you're perceiving and looking is the reality out there. That idea of you perceiving and looking is reality. You're not perceiving or looking at the people, events, and things and circumstances of your life and then coming to some assumptions or believing something or perceiving something about them. Rather, it's the other way around. You're assuming and believing and perceiving and telling a story about who you are and what your reality is. And therefore, you create the idea of these people, events, and circumstances that seem to be the perceptions of your reality. But it's your story, your perceiving itself that creates it all. You're assuming, you're believing, you're perceiving. All of that in every moment is filtering out 99.99999% of potential reality. You're still all of it. You don't lose any of it. You're not missing any of it. It's simply you're filtering out that at that moment. That becomes unseen to you in your physical experience. And therefore, you're creating the physical experience of 0.00001% of the people, events, and things and circumstances in your life. But this is happening in every moment. You as the perceiver, you're perceiving and the perception, they're all one. There's no separation. Cause equals effect. You are the cause, you are the effect, you're all of it. The tool or idea of time is to simply put space between those frames or experiences, to know yourself as all that is. I am collapses the experience of time and space. It makes the elsewhere here and the future now, as Neville Goddard would say. Make the elsewhere here and the future now. That's how you do it. By you deciding your story of who you are comes first. Who are you? And that creates everything. That filters out all other possibilities in every moment. Before any technique or experience of time, I am. I am, as the ancient said, before Abraham, I am. You need nothing else. You are your own Lord and Savior. You don't need any validation, any permission, any concession, or any condition. It's absolutely unconditional. That's why in many videos, I've talked about that TV show, The Chosen, where they do a dramatization of Jesus healing at the pool, the paralyzed man. The dramatization of John 5 in Scripture. It's a powerful scene. If you just Google that, The Chosen, Jesus heals at the pool. If you haven't seen it yet, if you have, cast your net again. At 1:58, Jesus says to the paralyzed man, I'm asking about you. Because the paralyzed man was going into a tangent when Jesus asked, do you want to be healed? And he started going into all of these reasons why he's not healed yet. He's trying to be. He's telling the story how no one helps him. And they step over him. And when he gets close, then they step over him and keep him from that pool. But Jesus says, I'm asking about you. Who are you? Not what you did or didn't do. Not what you studied or didn't study. Not who you talked with or didn't talk with. A lot of you are doing, I talked with this coach, and I watched this video, and I studied Neville, and it doesn't matter. I'm not asking about that. What others said or didn't say, it doesn't matter what other people or coaches or gurus said to you. What you watched or didn't watch, it doesn't matter how long you've been watching this channel or any other channel. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter what happened or didn't happen, or how long you've been trying and you've worked so hard. It's irrelevant how many coaches you've talked to and courses you've tried and taken. Because the paralyzed man answers him when Jesus asks him again a few times, right? 2 or 3 times or 4 times he asks him, do you want to be healed? At 2:08 in this one YouTube scene where they have a clip of it, I've tried, as he breaks down. I've tried. Yeah, you've tried. But you're telling the story of all these things, that how you can't have what you want, how you can't be that which you desire to be. And Jesus says to him, your I am awareness. Remember, Jesus has your very own I am awareness, your very own Christ consciousness, who you really are. That's what that represents. For a long time, I know. And you don't want false hope again. I understand. But this pool, it does nothing for you. It means nothing. Time and techniques do nothing. They mean nothing. I know, we believe in them. We want them to mean something. Jesus says here, you don't need this pool. You only need me. You only need your awareness of already being that which you desire to be. It doesn't take time. It takes awareness. It doesn't take techniques. It takes awareness. You need no other validation, no other permission, no other sign, no other concession, no other condition. You stand in the miracle of your own I am awareness, and you ask for signs, validation, permission, and proof to be that which you desire to be and live the life that you desire to live. Asking permission, looking for signs, validation, and proof. But no one and nothing can be aware and conscious for you. No one and nothing can give you that permission, that validation, that proof, or that sign. It's you. Time and techniques don't heal you or make you complete and whole and fulfilled. They do nothing. They mean nothing. There's only one power and authority and source, and you are it. You are reality. You never needed time or techniques. You need nothing, as A Course in Miracles says. I need nothing. You don't need it all. Just you, your own awareness of being that which you desire to be. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and these are the studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, check out the Tom Kearin channel. We just released a big video there, and we'll also have our announcement for our next live event, our next live stream on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel at the end of this month of July 2026. With great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.